Hello, friends. I know you're wondering, what should I study for the PMP exam for earned value? Well, let's start off with a very common sense formula. This is the very basic formula for estimate at completion. Estimate at completion is simply how much money do I forecast I would end up spending when the project is done based on how much money I've spent to date and how much money I need to spend to complete it. So this is how much money you've spent to date. This is how much more money you need to complete it. If you add both of these, let's say you spent $5 and you have $10 left to spend, your EAC is 15. That's it. It's common sense. But this, I doubt you will even get the easiest of EACs on the exam. Okay. Now, on top of this very basic formula, my recommendation is for you to know the schedule performance index. And schedule performance index, as you can see here, is just earned value divided by planned value. I call this someone else's problem. It's that simple. The other one that I recommend that you know is the second formula beginning with the letter S, and that is your schedule variance. Let's bring that up. And there's your schedule variance. Schedule variance, again, someone else's problem. This time it has a subtraction. So what is the difference between schedule variance and schedule performance index? The schedule variance is all about the dollars or the yen or the euros or the pound, right? It has a sign of currency next to it because we're talking about real dollars. The index, schedule performance index, is different. The schedule performance index is dividing dollars by dollars, yen by yen, euro by euro. So you have an index. You have a 0 point something, a 1 point something, a 2 point something. For your exam, just remember equals to 1 for the indices means perfect. Greater than 1 means you are ahead of schedule or you are under budget. In the case of CPI, we'll take a look at those as well. So it's favorable when it's greater than 1. It's just on target when it's equal to 1. And when it's less than 1, this is unfavorable. Let's take a look at the next one, the cost performance index. I call this children eat a lot. So if you divide earned value by actual cost, you're going to get an index. Equal to 1, just on target. Greater than 1, favorable, right? It means you're under budget. Watch out for the word under. There's a negative connotation, but there's nothing wrong in being under budget. It's good. And then if it's less than 1, you are over budget. Now that is bad, okay? Now let's take a look at the cost variance. Cost variance, again, children eat a lot. If you've got a minus, it means you could have a negative number. So if you've got a negative cost variance, that's bad. Anything with a minus is bad for both cost and schedule. If it's greater than 0, it's good. If it's equal to 0, right on target, okay? And that's the idea. So let's take a look at a summary of everything we've looked at, including this, right? Same thing, equal to 0, perfect. Less than 0, undesirable. Greater than 0 shows that it's good. So let's take a look at the summary of all of our discussion here today. And the summary is this. You have 4 formulas to look out for. No more than that. Just these 4. SPI, CPI, CV, and SV, right? The schedule ones, the ones that have an S, you see they all have the EV and the PV, the EV and the PV, the ones with the C, the EV and the AC. That's it. And they all start with earned value. Now, again, all that I told you, there are the summaries. I want you to take a screenshot of this and use that as part of your studying. To round up, my friends, here's some examples, okay? I'll give you a quick minute. Think about what the answers are. If you need more time, hit the pause button. I'll show you the answers as to what it means. Is it good, bad, or something else? Here we go. Those are the results. Take a look. That will help you. Practice until you're good. The indices that are less than 1, those are bad, right? The ones that are greater than 1, good. That is a little bit suspicious. That's too high. You're going to get pushback from management because it means that instead of getting $1 worth of work done, you got $3 worth of work done, $3.09 to be precise. That's bad. That's a negative. That means you are behind schedule. That's good. That means you're under budget, so on and so forth. That's the interpretation. I've got a longer video. If you want to know more, look for it. Here's the final one in the series. I'm going to find a quick earned value graph to show you, and we're going to be done for the day. All right, let's look for a very tricky earned value graph. And the reason why I'm showing you this, I don't want to say you'll never get earned value graphs on the exam, because I've heard students in the past year, I'm quite sure, say, I had an earned value graph. So you got to look at one earned value graph really quick. All right, this is the most complicated of them all that I've got. Take a look at it, and it says, what is the status of this project at Q2? So you got to look for Q2, and then you got to trace it up, see? And then you got to ask, where is earned value? If earned value is under the planned value line, or if earned value is under the actual cost line, if it's under the planned value line, if it's under the actual cost line, that's bad. But if we take a very close look at it at Q2, it looks like it's right on point with the actual cost, as you can see over there. So this means that the CPI is equal to 1. That is perfect conditions. Now here in Q2, the earned value line is above the planned value line, and that means you are ahead of schedule. So this is you're on budget and you are ahead of schedule. So the two that you would have selected is you are on budget and you are ahead of schedule, D and E. All right, and that's how you roll with earned value. Okay, there's no point going to page 267, cramming the 4 EACs, TCPI, and all that stuff. It's just not sensible. Okay, this video is enough for you. Okay, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I wish you all the best on your exam. Bye for now. Oh, wait, one more thing to remind you about. I know some of you are looking for audio to prep for the exam. If you want to listen to my podcast, go on down to pmradio.org, okay, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the like button. I come out with content very regularly, audio content to help you on the go, on the move, on your mobile device. You'll never feel alone again. Your buddy Phil's going to be journeying with you, all right? So do that, pmradio.org. Talk to you soon.